Hey guys, so New Year is right around the corner with only 1 week left. Can you imagine 1 week till 2024? I think it's perfect time to just sit down, chill, relax, get some tea, and start thinking about our goals for the next year. And I do have my small system, like a little plan that I follow each and every year in order to list my goals, and it's quite simple and it works. So I wanted to share this with you today, and if you're looking for some inspiration or if you're just interested to see how I do it, then I'm really excited to have you here. Thank you, and let's just jump straight into it. So any goal setting session for the next year should of course start with thinking about what happened over the past year. And we're gonna take a blank piece of paper or a notebook, a pen, and just reflect a bit on what has happened to us over the past year. I just like to write down all of the biggest moments and things that happened to me. And again, for me, it could be something like starting the year really rough, not knowing what to do, then getting a new job, having my first and hopefully last surgery ever, having the perfect, most amazing July, having a trip to Japan, and also finding a new therapist. So here I just list some ups and downs, some biggest moments that happened to me in 2023 that are really meaningful for me, that are important for me in some sort of way, significant things that I know affected me in one way or another. And now moving on to the second part is actually listing down things that we can learn from these experiences, because, well, that's the whole point. We have reflected, we know what happened to us. Now, can we take something from those experiences into the next year actually? So I just again take a blank piece of paper and I start writing down all of the things that I learned from last year, and I split it into categories. And as an example, if we take my health and the surgery that I mentioned, then of course I think about what I can take out of it, and I definitely can take out of it the way that I should take care of my body, how I should treat my body, treat myself, how mental health affected my physical health in many ways. I can also now tell for a fact that sometimes medicine is really bad for you and you should avoid it at all costs, and maybe use it in only some like very serious situations. So I just list down all of the small things that I know are important for me. I learned it and I changed my mindset based on these experiences. So I go over category by category and I reflect and I think, and it just takes around, I don't know, maybe 20-30 minutes, and then I have a full list. I can tell for sure what I have done over the past year and what I've learned from it. And then second part is of course moving on to the actual goals setting. And the way I like to do it is again take a blank piece of paper and just have predefined categories. It could be personal development, health, career, finance, whatever matters to you, whatever is meaningful specifically to you, just write it down. And then let's take all of the information from the previous step, what we've learned, what we know we should do more of and less of, because this is the whole point of reflecting. By understanding what we learned, we just understand as well what we should do more and what we should stop doing on the other hand, and we're going to incorporate that in the next year. So I just sit down and I start drafting out my goals. And here a tip would be, you don't need to set a very generic goal. Like for example, if you think about my health, I could say I should take better care of my health next year. This is not a goal. This is an idea. This is just a thought, but it's not a goal. We need to have specific goals that are sort of touchable, that you just can take, look at, and understand what it means and understand what you can do in order to achieve them. For example, for me, since we're talking about health, it would be reduce my sugar consumption by 70%, quit occasional drinking by 100%, continue weekly therapy sessions because this is really important for my health and well-being. Then I will also think, of course, about sports, like how often and where exactly I should go and things like that. But the most important thing here is be specific as you can possibly be, because otherwise your goal, it will just not work. You need to create a specific steps in order to achieve this category, because the category already implies that you want to be better at something, you want to advance something. So you spend some time, listen down all of the things and all of the goals, and there you go. One thing that's important over here is that I do draft it out, just do some brain dump here on a piece of paper, and then of course I will, on 31st of December, I will sit down, take my Habanichi cousin and light some candles and my Christmas tree, and I would be like, okay, now let's the magic begin, and I will put it on a nice piece of paper, and that's the way I love to do it, and add a bit of fun and magic into the whole process. But I also have additional third part. Apart from the goals, I like to create bucket lists. Every year I do that. Every year I try my best to accomplish my bucket list. It doesn't work out all the time. Sometimes I forget completely about it. But imagine a situation you don't know exactly what to do over the weekend, and you're like, oh my God, what should I do? And you have a bucket list with a list of things that you want to do, that you heard of at some point, that you think that are gonna be exciting. And I create just a list of random things, starting off, for example, with going to a dance class or a pottery class, or going for a trip to Asia and swimming in the warm sea. It can be something else, like, I don't know, getting bangs. Not for me, not ever. Bangs and me just don't work. I hope I will never have bangs again, please. Yeah, so just playing petanque or ping pong, whatever, just some random small things that you just want to do at some point throughout the year. It's not a big goal, it's not something major, it's not gonna change your life. Well, maybe it would, who knows. But it's just some minor things that you want to do, and it's nice to have some sort of list like that. It gives you some additional inspiration, some additional ideas of what you can do with your free time, how you can shape your life in a sense. So this is basically it. We have reflected, we have learned something, then we have set out goals and created a bucket list. You see, it's really simple, and again, it doesn't take that much time, which is super great. What I wanted to mention though is you do not need to have millions of goals. Having less goals is maybe even better, because it means that there's bigger chances that you're gonna achieve them. So don't be frustrated by the idea that you need to have a million goals in each and single category. No, that's not the point. The point is doing something meaningful and exciting for you over the next year. And why we plan, especially in current world where everything is just going crazy and nuts and everything is super unpredictable, well, first of all, it's exactly because of it, because we need to have something that will just make us feel grounded, make us feel connected to the world, to our future, have hope and some ideas of what should happen to us. So I think this is really important, and I do enjoy the process of planning and goal setting and creation. And yeah, I've already done it, and I have my goals, and I'm super excited for the next year, and haven't felt excited for the next year in quite a while. So this is something refreshing and great. So thank you for staying with me here. I hope this was helpful, and as usual, comment section is here for you. Let's chat, let's talk, and I'm really excited to have you here. And as usual, have a most beautiful, precious day, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.